Beautiful sunny morning here for our first morning in Seoul. We arrived at our accommodation around about midnight last night, and quite a quirky, they call it like a university type suburb. There's our accommodation there down a little alleyway called Lee and No. Just a small guest house. Hey, quite comfortable. Down a little side alley, walking distance to the subway, which is always a bonus. So out and about in Seoul today, seeing what we can see. We've just got one full day here before we carry on down to Jeju Island, which is a flight. Let's see what we can find. Swerve to hit us or something. First stop on our trip around Seoul today is the Korean National War Memorial Museum. So quite an impressive brother-in-arms monument to greet us on entry.
Okay, the statue you got in front of us is to symbolise there is the bond between the two Koreas. So this is supposed to be of two brothers, one from the south, one from the north, embracing each other, and they're always hoping for a unification of the two come together. And the crack in the dome is to symbolise the division between the two of North and South Korea.
At one of the many palaces in Seoul. I'm going to put the name of it below because I can't say it, nor can I remember it, but it's a 600-year-old palace with a secret garden. So Scotty's just going to purchase the tickets now, which I think is 3,000 won, and we're going to go and have a look because apparently it's quite nice. away from our house sit that we are doing here in Incheon is the memorial hall for the Incheon landing operation. This is the site where the Americans landed at the start of the Korean War in 1950. So we're going to go through and have a wander around. You can see the map of the area there behind me. We'll go through and have a look at what it's all about. I've just been corrected by our history war buff, and it isn't where only just the Americans landed. I was better off to say where the Allies landed at the start of the Korean War, because it wasn't just Americans only. Just had a big hill climb up a mountain to the Incheon Observatory platform, which is in the shape of a boat. Not sure why, but get a good view of Incheon City. They've got quite a few big bridges in Incheon. Bit hazy, unfortunately, but we can still get a view of the city. It would be nice up here at night. Apparently a lot of people come up here for sunsets when you can see the sun. So in amongst the mist is Songdo City, which is where we're house sitting. So I'm not sure. Where's my finger? Somewhere. I think our apartment block is somewhere in around here. So a bus and a train ride later, and we've arrived at Incheon Centennial Monument. It's the Korea/USA Centennial Monument. And the USA and Korea have had a treaty of peace since 1882. Did not know that. And this monument was built in recognition of that peace treaty. Having a day out today from house sitting. The cats have been fed and watered and their litter box done. So we're out for the day. We've travelled into Seoul, which took us 2 hours? Couple of hours. I think it's every foreigner's rite of passage to travel on Asian public transport in rush hour. We were on the train, about 2 hours, around the 8 o'clock to 8:30 mark. And we were just absolutely sandwiched in. Anyway, that's what you expect. It's a good experience. So our first stop today on our day out is, let me get this pronunciation right, Seodaemun Prison. It's the former Seodaemun Prison. It was built in 1907 to incarcerate Korean patriots during the Japanese colonial rule. And we can go inside. It's all been set up as a museum. And so let's go and find out a little bit more about it. So 6,000 won to get in. Got our tickets. I'm not too busy so far. Looks like a prison actually. So these are all photographs of the prisoners that came through here.
These are the ones that were involved in the independence.
As Scott just said, these are the ones that were involved in the independence against the Japanese. the walled structure behind me is the execution house. They're not allowed to have any photos taken in there, but there's a gallows and the rope and everything where they used to hang the prisoners. And then the Japanese constructed that hidden tunnel behind me there. And it was only discovered as late as 1992, and that's where they used to smuggle the dead bodies out so the other prisoners didn't see what was going on. Yeah, so quite a gruesome history what went on in this prison. So this is the daily exercise area, and it was built to stop the prisoners from communicating with each other. Not much exercise going on there, I wouldn't think, in the course of a day. Right, to finish off our day out today, we've made it back into Seoul from the DMZ, and we're going to go to the Namsan Tower. Namsan Seoul Tower. Let's get that right, because there's about 3 towers in Seoul. And we've just walked up, and there is a gondola up to the tower.
After the stairs.
After the 1,000,001 stairs. So there weren't hundreds of steps going up to the cable car. We have got an inclined elevator.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever been on an inclined elevator. Have we?
Well, not a free one.
So an inclined elevator takes us up to the cable car, which takes us up to the tower. On another cable car
Another one. I've lost count.
with all our friends
This one
and some purple balloons.
there's a bit more than 4 or 5 than we've had before.